drums. I love to play the piano. You know, I was like, I don't on the social media, but around when I was young, I was like around like 4.
Right.
You know, just hearing music, always dancing to it, listening
Right.
to it, singing it, rapping it. That just, you know, I can see now.
Right.
See what I'm saying? How I gravitated to it. Then when I was 14, 15, you know, everybody go through their basketball phase, but I was
Uh,
still around. Like, I got a crazy story, but I want to put it in my music. But
right.
it's something so crazy that happened to me, you know, as far as jumping into music. Like, but yeah.
Right, definitely, definitely. So, at what point in your career with your brother or just yourself did you feel like, oh, like I'm really finna take it there. Like it's really finna go up. Like when did you feel like that pivotal moment like shifted?
Um, that's a great question. I feel like just the type of workers me and my brother is, I don't feel like it was ever like a moment. I feel like
Right,
every day was that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like when we told ourselves this is what we wanted, we just went after it. Like, you know,
right,
um, and that kind of shows in the diversity of everything. I feel like, you know, you see kind of like the covers you made back in the day, you see like, you know, different pranks, different vlogs, then you see the music videos,
right,
a lot of different things, because we was really like, let's go get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we going.
right.
So,
Definitely. Do you feel like social media definitely gave you that boost? Because I feel like I hear a lot of like, just more seasoned people in the game who feel like, okay, well, it was more of an advantage nowadays because, we have social media posted back then. They were really having to go up to the labels and have
right.
to go through all these phases. Like, is it still a sense of artist development still alive or?
Um, honestly, man, honestly, if you want me to be real with you, I think me and bro would probably fit back. I feel like with the type of music that I'm making, like my single and the prior music me and my brother making, just the music that I'm releasing, I feel like we probably would have fit with more so like back in the day, you know, when
Right,
R&B was kind of like dominant, you know what I'm saying? In a sense, like you could drop us back in there,
right.
we could have made some shake. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely,
You
definitely.
know?
Right. That's dope. I like that perspective. That's definitely dope. How do you feel about transitioning into like kind of like a solo artist? Like how was that process? Like was that something that, was difficult to go through per se, just, doing music for so long with someone else? Or is this something like, you getting the hang of it, it is what it is kind of thing?
Mm, I feel like I feel like I don't feel like it was hard. You know what I'm saying? I feel like just as far as life, kind of
Hmm.
like made that happen. You know, so I feel like that's just it was kind of what I would say is it was kind of different for me
Hmm.
taking a step into my solo career. You know, like you say, you know what I'm saying, doing it with my brother for so long, like and having, you know what I'm saying, that type of feeling like,
Right.
okay, cool, bro, right here, you know what I'm saying? Or, but now it's like, but also it's like, I really, that's a great question. It's like, but I feel like this experience, like, is very helpful for me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm blossoming in and where I'm blossoming in. I feel like I'm getting better. I feel like I'm finding myself as a solo artist. I'm finding my sound.
Right.
I feel like, you know, just a lot of different things that I like. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like it.
Right.
I just like the experience. You know what I'm saying? Of learning. You feel what I'm saying? When you,
Right.
it's only me in there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So.
No, I definitely understand that. How is it feeling like, just accumulating this fan base like after so long? Like, I really feel like, because I'm reading the little comments, your fans is going crazy for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, how does that feel? Like, because there's a lot of artists or just people in general, not, music artists or whatever, that, are very popular, but not, are like really liked for
Right.
real. But it's like your team is so hard, like, go hard for you. How does that feel?
Um, it feel good. I feel like my supporters, even the ones that's on here, I feel like they grew up with me. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? I feel like they're experiencing like the grown man me, you
Right.
know, and I just feel like a lot of the support is I feel like I just feel proud when I look at my support system, when I look at even a support system that support my brother. Like I just feel proud.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I feel like um, we're in we're in a great space right now. I feel like I wouldn't even be in this space if it wasn't for the supporters, everybody that's on here. You see,
Right. No,
like
it's real. It's like
I
it's real.
love
I'm
these
like,
people.
can I
Yeah,
get to my questions? Y'all talking about what y'all got going on. I'm trying to get my questions out there, okay? That's
yeah.
definitely crazy. But yeah, I definitely
It's
agree.
definitely a shift though. You
Right.
know, it's definitely that. And like I say, I love these people. Look at
Definitely, definitely. So currently, are we signed? Are we independent?
them. Nah, man, I'm independent, man. Like, you know, I got a couple. I got like I got like a couple labels. Like they're trying to like, you know, they're
Right.
talking to me, but I just know what I want. You know, we've been doing this for so long. I can do it myself. Like I say,
Right.
um, you know, I mean, it's just me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I feel like it's cool. It's me and it's all my people. You see these people on here. I feel like for right now, if it's not the right thing, I don't want to do it. I don't want to sign it. You know,
Right.
I can support
Definitely.
myself. I'm all right for right now. But you know, if the right situation come, you know, of course, definitely all ears.
Right, I definitely agree with that. I mean, I just feel like I'm like a huge fan of like Drink Champs. So like when they ask that question and they give their different perspective, I think it's unique to ask the artist that because I feel like, independent, you are 100% hands-on plus the funds that come with that. But at the same time, if you have a major behind you, you know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like instant.
Yeah.
Like do you kind of feel the same way or do you like the process of being independent?
And the like, you know, I feel like for what it is, you got to know what you're getting yourself into. You
Right.
know, so I feel like for this long that we've been doing the music and just putting it out, I just feel like right now, yeah, I feel like I like the independent route. You know,
Right.
I'm able to drop whenever I want to. I'm able to do whatever I want to. You know what I'm saying? I get to ask my people what they want when they want it, set the date. I can drop it for them. You know what I'm saying? And as long as I'm dropping undeniable songs and undeniable records, I just feel like it's gonna be, you know, it's just gonna have to, it's gonna speak for itself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely, most definitely. So when we talk independent, like this is going to be, you know, for the rest of your career, or just maybe, like maybe one day you might be like, oh, I might go with someone major.
Um, for right now, you know, I got a point to prove to myself.
Right.
I feel like, you know, I don't feel like I feel like right now I just want to soak in like the grind. You know what I'm saying? Like I really feel like I want to get into that.
Hmm.
Um, I just got different goals I want to reach, as
Definitely.
in, you know, myself and just my thought process. You know what I'm saying? My thought process be a little bit different.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, so even if I go with like a label, I would need to make it like a partnership. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because the way I think and the way that I do, like I don't feel like, you know, of course, if it can get to the, you know, to the
Right.
point to where
Right.
they bring something that's cool, then cool. But you know, of course, I feel like every person would need that behind them if it makes sense.
Most
Only if it makes
definitely.
sense.
Most definitely. So I also was reading that you are a songwriter as well. Do you prefer the artistry as far as just singing or, the whole performing thing, or do you like kind of behind the scenes where you can just
Nah,
write
nah.
or
100% artist.
hmm
And you know, like
period.
I love being an artist. Like I don't want to be nothing else. Like I don't want to really, you know, do nothing. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
definitely.
Like
No,
as
I'm just
far as,
saying
you know,
because
I
there are
want to
some
be.
artists out here who like prefer to just write. You know what I'm
Yeah, no,
saying?
no,
And they don't really
no.
like to be out there.
Understood. And that's another thing. Like you know, I join in. You know, I write. You know, periodically, like I would go into, you know what I'm saying, writing sessions and help people get their songs and get them right with them. Also, I
Right.
bring in writers as well. Like, you know what I'm saying, I bring in sometimes like I always go back to the way I think in my thought process. I be, you know, sometimes it's good to help someone or help, you know, bring in someone to help you get
Right.
out what you're thinking. You know what I'm saying? So always, I feel like I will always help write. Of course, I love writing.
Right.
I take it serious too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I was listening to Tank one time, and he was saying like how it's a process with songwriting. Like you really sometimes it's 3-4 people in there, and they're really just putting their minds
I
together.
don't really work like that. You know, like I don't
Definitely.
really, I get kind of like, because always, always in the car there's one driver.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You can have someone telling directions, but there's always one driver. So I just feel like when it comes down to that, we could get lost in the GPS. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? And I always want to make sure that we on point. So when it come down to like 4 and 5 different writers, I would have that, but I would rather be out the room.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
No,
So
I
that they
understand.
can bring it to me. I can let them really actually work. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? Same thing as me. Like, when I'm in that mode where I'm like, okay, I got beats. I just want to be in here. I kind of want to get everything I feel out.
Right.
And then let me, you know what I'm saying? Then I can shop around it,
No, definitely. I definitely understand that. So let's talk new music, like new music, new visuals, like what we got going on.
Yeah, we got the next single. Is going to be this
That you
month.
can tell us, that you can tell us.
Yeah,
Like, so,
I told you I'm independent, so
right.
I really,
Right.
but the people, my people,
Mm-hmm.
it's just time for me to stay consistent.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for me to keep on dropping, just keep dropping, keep on feeding them. I feel like, Hold It Down was great. Hold It Down is beautiful. It's doing numbers.
Right.
I thank God for that. I thank y'all for that. I appreciate y'all.
Seriously,
Y'all go ahead
TikTok
and get some
crazy.
claps in the chat. Thank y'all so much. I want to talk to y'all and tell y'all I love y'all. And yeah, the next single is coming end of this month.
Definitely. We
Can I
are
speak on that
excited for
a
that.
little bit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I don't think that I've written a song. I don't think I've written a song like this before.
Okay.
I don't think I actually, as far as emotion, I don't feel like it's, but I feel like the song is so like, if these words can be like together, just emotional, like just emotionally relatable to the mass. I just feel like it's a different song for me. Even when I hear it,
Right.
I kind of try to get out my body to be the one to write it, and I just hear it like, yo, it's crazy. Kind of put down my feelings on a track like this.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't supposed to come. They wanted me to drop someone else, but I love this next single.
Well, we're here for it. Like, we're here for it. Is it a time?
Yeah, I told you, like, it's gonna be the end of this month. How,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So let's talk about just your career in general. Like, are you ever thinking about going outside of music, like maybe some acting, or a lot of people have gotten into like the podcasting thing, or are you just solely focused on your music right now?
Um, yeah, man. Yeah, man. I can't really talk about the acting right now. We got, but
Okay.
shout out to my baby girl. I had to talk with her. I never was really, really into it, but
Uh-huh.
I kind of had to talk with my girl, and she was kind of like, motivated me to, do it all. You could do the so
Definitely.
I did do that. So I appreciate
Definitely.
my
And while
girlfriend for
we're
that, because I am
there,
into that now. Yeah.
definitely. And while we're there, since you brought that up, how is that? You guys' relationship is just so beautiful. I
Mm-hmm.
think you guys have the cutest relationship. I saw the whole Jamaica trip, and she was just
Yeah.
all smiles. Like, how is that going?
My baby girl, how's the relationship with my baby going?
Yeah, it looks
Oh, come
great.
on.
It looks
Beautiful, man.
phenomenal.
Yeah, it's that's my best friend, that's my baby girl. Like, that's who I talk to, that's who I confide in.
Definitely.
That's just that's my piece. You know what I'm saying? Like that was my missing piece. I feel like to like my puzzle,
Right.
and I try not to, show too much, but she definitely had a lot of fun on her birthday, man. Once again, that was my second time. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I feel like, that's my baby girl. I ain't even chatting too much,
Definitely. Now, are you bringing her to the studio? Going like you should get her back to rapping. Going on.
No, she called me. But yeah, what you say now?
No, I'm saying, is she ever in the studio with you? Like, how is that making music together? Just with her, like, lineage with music and just her doing music herself. Like, is that always a vibe?
Yeah, like, she come to the studio periodically. Her schedule be a little busy as well, but when she can
Right.
pop in, she always pop in and, sit down, listen. I the next song, the next single is actually her favorite song. So she was around for that process. She kind of, synced me during that process and kind of synced me, just vulnerable in the studio, kind of seen me putting down my feelings on the track. I feel like she just witnessed it all,
Right.
so she be in there,
Definitely.
yeah, she be in there. And she get,
Basically, she
yeah,
be in
that's why
there.
she got vocals. I be telling her she needs to sing it.
No, for real, for real. We're ready for that new music from both of y'all. It's whatever though. We are here for the entire relationship. Everything is so beautiful. I love to see Black love, so I always have
Thank
to
you so
just
much.
give the props whenever I see it.
Thank you.
Definitely. So I always like to ask whoever I'm interviewing, there's always someone out there, a younger version of you who's like, oh, I just wish I was in that position, or what do I need to do to get in that position? What advice do you have other than, just keep going, bro? Like that you
It's
can
so
give to that.
crazy, man. It's so crazy because I promise you, there is no other advice to me, because if you're already doing it, then you're doing the right thing. You just have to keep going. I'm telling
Right.
you, I've watched it, man. Like, there's no way you cannot be successful if you do not work hard. If
Right.
you work hard, the only thing that comes from working hard is success. You get what I'm
Definitely.
saying? I always like to go back to a quote that Denzel Washington always quote, is like, he say, first and foremost, without commitment, you would never start. But without consistency, you would never, ever, ever finish, ever.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So always keep going, always stay afloat, always figure out ways to keep going. Never stop, never be steadfast. You get what I'm saying? You always be steadfast and unmovable, but you can never be just in the midst. Don't ever stop. I promise you. Just don't do it. I know you said keep going, bro, but that is the best
That is
thing to
the
do if
thing,
you're real.
though. Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. And I also like to ask, what is your perspective on having a really good team? Because there's a lot of artists out here who feel like, just young or just new artists or new people who just want to get in the game in general, who feel like, oh, well, I could pretty much, I can do this. I could book my and do this and do it. Isn't
Hmm.
it, pretty imperative to have like a good team behind you?
Yeah, of course. I feel like it is very important to have a good team behind you, have you a good foundation. You know, always the body can't stand up without legs, so you always need legs underneath you just to help you get through it all. Right now, I'm doing it with my people right now, so we're kind of managing it all. But always, you need a team. Like, you need that foundation. I'm seeing that. Like I told you, I'm doing it.
Right.
So
Right. Definitely. I definitely agree with you. And how does your family feel like just seeing all of your success, or your loved ones, your friends, because friends can turn into family, whatever the case may be. How is that circle around you?
it's beautiful, man. I've been talking to people, so I've been talking to the family, I've been talking to my friends. I've been kind of locked in,
Mhm.
because it's kind of like different milestones in the role that I'm trying to reach. But definitely been locked in with my family, definitely been talking to them. And, I just love the support.
Definitely, definitely. Well, we want to thank you and always give you your flowers. There's a saying, actually, and I have to give my credit to Drink Champs once again, but they always say, people want to give people their flowers when things happen, when stuff
Right.
is messed up. Well, here at Dash Radio Southside, we want to give you your flowers for everything you have going on. We appreciate you. We
Thank
love
you. I
you, your
appreciate you.
relationship, y'all, everything. We are here for it, and we want to thank you for doing a Dash with Dash.
I thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you. Oh, another thing is, my brother dropped his single Outside, so make sure y'all go stream that too, man. That is a fire single.
And,
You know what I'm
and maybe
saying?
a future collab
Always.
again.
Of course. Come
Back.
on now. Yeah,
Definitely,
of
definitely.
course.
Because I was gonna slide that question in there too. Like, well, is there still
Yeah,
gonna be a little
yeah, of
collab maybe?
course. That's my brother. Yeah, of
Facts.
course.
That
But I
definitely.
thank y'all for having me. I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. You definitely
No
came
problem.
with the questions. You know what I'm
No
saying?
problem. No,
And
we
yeah,
gotta
let's
get
do
some
it
of
in
that
person.
good stuff.
For sure. Let me know. All
Definitely.
right.
Bye.